Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am here with an eyeshadow tutorial using the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. Now what I did was on my Instagram page, I will have it linked down below, but the handle is greeneyedbeauty90. Please go ahead and follow me there if you haven't been following me already. What I did was on my stories, I made kind of a bracket and I paired up some palettes that I have against some other palettes that I have. So I started with 8 palettes. So there were 4 groups and each group had 2 palettes in it and they were competing against each other. So I asked you guys to please vote for number 1 or number 2 of each of the groups. And then from there, the winning palette would go up against another palette and so on until this became the winning palette. So I do plan on doing more eyeshadow palette showdowns, so please go follow me there again if you aren't already, so that you can go ahead and partake in the voting for the next eyeshadow tutorial. And this is the look that I came up with. I really like it. I think it's really pretty. It's a nice smoky kind of purpley look. It's wearable for daytime, but it's also appropriate for nighttime. So it's universal, I guess, in a way. And then yeah, I just kind of did the eyeshadow look on camera for you guys. So please stay tuned to watch that. And let's go ahead and jump on into the video. So this is what the palette looks like. This is the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. It came out a couple years ago, I believe. Maybe it was just last year, but I waited a few months to pick it up, and it has become one of my favorite palettes. This is what it looks like on the inside. It has a nice big mirror right here, and then these are the shades. And I'm gonna start by going in and using this second one. This is called Peach Butter, and I'm going to use that all over my lid, starting from my brow bone and then all down my lid, as well as the inner corner of my eye. This is going to create a nice base to really be able to blend out my shadows. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that with both eyes. Okay, so now that I have the base set, I'm gonna go ahead, and it's gonna seem kind of weird, but it's something I've been doing lately. I'm gonna go ahead and do the lower lash line first. I'm gonna be using a tiny flat shader brush, and I think I'm gonna go in with Peach Cobbler as well as Peach Tart with just a little bit of Just Right afterwards. So I'm gonna go into Peach Cobbler first, tap off the excess, and just apply this right under my lower lash line. I don't know why I started doing this a couple weeks ago, doing the lower lash line first, but I feel like it kind of helps me to really figure out the rest of my look by doing the lower lash line first, if that makes sense. Sometimes I struggle with just really neutral, everyday type of looks, and I just get into that. Where I don't change it up a lot, and so by doing the lower lash line, I feel like I tend to experiment more, where I go a bit deeper with shades or something to that effect. So I'm going in with the darker Peach Tart shade right now. That was that deep brown shade. And now I'm gonna go in with that kind of plummy color, Just Right, focusing it more so on the outer edge of the lower lash line. Okay, so now that I have my lower lash line done, I know it looks insane. I'm gonna go ahead and use Peach Cobbler using the same little brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of glide this through my crease, and I will blend this out. So I'm gonna glide it through my crease, creating that nice defined crease shape. Going almost all the way to the inner corner, but not completely. Okay, and I'm gonna deepen it up just a little bit using Peach Tart, that dark brown shade. And I'm going to take a small tapered blending brush from Luxie, dipping it into Peach Tart again because I want to be able to blend that out nicely. And I'm focusing it on the outer corner, up into the crease, blending it out, smoothing out those rough edges. And bringing it just a little bit higher than the natural crease that I have. Doing the same with the other eye. Okay, so now I'm going to use that same small flat blending, or not blending, shading brush, and I'm gonna go in with Just Right, this shade right here. And I'm going to focus this on the outer V. All right, and now I'm going to pick it up with that small tapered blending brush and just blend it out. Remember, we're focusing on the outer V right now. Okay, so that is what it looks like so far. I'm gonna go ahead and deepen it up even more. I'm going to be using this bottom shade right here, chocolate dipped, mixed with that same Just Right shade that we've been using that same small tapered blending brush. And it still looks a bit rough right now, but we are going to go ahead and use a bigger blending brush in just a little while. And you can see that there's some fallout from the shades. We'll clean that up too. No worries. So now I'm bringing it into the inner corner. I'm gonna go back in with this little guy. To really get in there. Okay, so that's what we have so far. I'm gonna go in with my larger tapered blending. This is the Luxie 205, and I'm gonna go in with Peach Cobbler, that very first shade that we went in with. And I'm going to just smooth and blend everything out. This is the thing with Smokey Eye Looks, guys, is that it's not necessarily dark, like dark colors like charcoal and black and things like that. You can essentially make a smoky eye with essentially any shade, but the key is to really blend it out to give it that smoky appearance, which is what we are doing right now. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and use a bigger flat shader brush, and I'm going back in with Just Right, and I'm going to pack this on the outer portion of my eyelid as well as the inner portion, and I'm probably gonna have to use the smaller brush to really get in there for this part. Yeah. So I traded brushes. Okay. It looks crazy. I'm gonna dust away the fallout. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a cleaner brush. Maybe. No. Yes? No. I've got one in here. So this is a small tapered blending brush again, and I'm just going to go ahead and use it because I can't find another flat shader brush. I'm going to use it for this shade right here. This is Peaches and Cream and Just Peachy right here. And I'm just going to apply these to add some highlight to the center of the lid. Now I'm going to go back in with my bigger flat brush, and I'm going to go in with Just Right and Chocolate Dipped and apply it again to the outer portion of my eyelid. And just blend a little bit, making sure it's smooth. Then I'm going to go in with a dome-shaped brush, and I'm going to use Peach Butter and Peach Meringue. So these two shades right here, and I'm going to sculpt underneath my brow bone as well as the inner corner of my eye. And our look is pretty much complete. Obviously gonna curl the lashes, top it off with some mascara and liner, and then I'll do the lips for you guys. Almost dropped it. Okay, so I'm gonna curl my lashes, do my mascara and liner, and then I will come back to you guys and do lips together. All right, so I just did the lashes and liner, and it feels like there's something on my lip. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips now. I'm gonna be using from Wet n Wild. It's called Fergie Daily. They don't sell this one anymore, but it's just a nude lipstick. And it's one of my favorite lipsticks. I think it's one of the most perfect nudes that I've ever used. So you can use any nude lipstick for that. And then I'm just gonna top it off a little bit with Lovecraft from Kat Von D, which is a nice mauve shade. And Lovecraft kind of matches the hues that we used, especially that kind of purpley hue that we used in the eye look. And then on top of that, I'm gonna use from CYO. It's a brand that you can get at Walgreens. I'm gonna use their plumping lip gloss, and the shade is Act Up. And I'm gonna focus this on the center of my lips. All right, and there is the completed look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's definitely different than I would do every day. Typically, like, I just use just a transition shade, liner, mascara, and I'm out the door ready for work. But because it is summer and I have a little extra time, I like to experiment and play around. So thank you guys so much for voting for using the Too Faced Just Peachy palette. I'm gonna be doing some more eyeshadow palette showdowns, so keep your eyes out for those. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if you have a specific palette that you would like to see a tutorial with. If I have it, I will definitely do a tutorial using that. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram so that you can keep up with my palette showdowns, and I will talk to you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.
Don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back, she said shut up and dance with me.